My name is Sam Oracle Chinedu. Idea of the follow you. I was saying impeachment is one of them. Don't even look in that direction. It's not the answer to the question you have. Coming up at 11, apparently some clerics, some religious leaders have given us the answer to our many problems. They've said to fix the country, there is something we need to do. You and I will check in that hour whether or not we do it. Maybe, just maybe, we'll get closer to fixing Nigeria. 12 o'clock brings some major news, and at 12:30, our friends from the Nigerian Social Insurance will join me for an interesting conversation. As always, 1 o'clock, we'll activate lunch hour, and at 2, it's mind, body, and soul. Don't go anywhere.
It's natural to have different ideologies. We tend to see things from different perspectives. So, share your views on the sunny side as we make room for philosophical, ethical, and thought-provoking discussions. The Sunny Side, 12 noon to 3 p.m., Monday to Friday. Coming soon on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
What is information?
Information is facts provided or learned about something or someone.
How do you see dialogue?
Dialogue is a conversation between two or more people.
Define politics.
Politics is the activity associated with the government.
And economy?
Economy is the state of a country or region in terms
For all of this and more, join the Midday Dialogue weekdays, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
Welcome back. Lawmaker representing Niger East, Sani Musa, says the Senate will not consider any motion seeking to impeach President Muhammadu Buhari. Senator Musa said this while responding to a question why lawmakers have not moved to remove the president from office over the country's worsening situation. Let's hear from the senator.
It is not about impeachment. You and I knows what impeachment is all about. It's another crisis into another crisis. Why do we need that now? What we need is solution. We need this country to come back to where we were in terms of peace. I do not subscribe to a situation whereby we say because we have the legislative powers to impeach that we are bringing a motion for impeachment. No.
Well, Senator Sani says this is not the right time. You cannot be thinking along those lines right now. We have problems facing us that we must solve. He further said Nigeria's main priority should be tackling insecurity, because no one is safe. No leader from councillor to president can sleep with their two eyes closed. And so for this reason, let us prefer solutions to our problems rather than thinking about impeaching the president. Well, to answer all the questions you definitely have in mind, Emeka Ortuka joins me as a journalist and news editor with CoolWazobiaInfo Port Hackett. Good morning, Emeka.
Good morning, Sam.
How you doing?
I'm fine.
Thank you for joining us. Senator Sani has said that we cannot be thinking along those lines right now. And every time the impeachment conversation has come up in Nigeria, not just with this president, it doesn't last long. In a matter of minutes, maybe days, we don't hear about it again. And then later, after some months, somebody says, oh, the president is this, we need to impeach. And, well, those things never happen.
Yes.
Why is that always the case?
You know why is that true? Because we have so many interests in the House. So it's not something of one person coming up with his own view about a particular situation, and then everybody will just key into that view. Now, for you to impeach a president, like he said, is moving into another crisis, from crisis to another crisis. Because those who are actually in support, whether you like it or not, there are people who believe that the president is actually doing very well in terms of security, employment, and all of that in this country. Why there are those who said, no, the president is not doing very well. So at this point in time, you cannot say because you have your own view on that person who has a contrary view to that, just like Sani is saying now, we keep to that your view. Now, impeaching the president is more or less saying that the situation at hand should remain the way it is while we create another crisis, if you ask me. In my own opinion, is for the lawmakers to come up with a solution on how to tackle this insecurity across the country. Because if you look at the insecurity across the country, there must be something fueling this.
That's right.
There must be something fueling this. And this It's not because the president as a person sitting in that position is not fit to be there. It's because of one or two things that the president and those who are with him have failed to implement.
Truly.
So to me, I think at this point in time, it's for them now to come up with a solution on how to fix some of these issues. And one of those issues, we talk of unemployment. Because a situation where the youths who are willing and ready to work are not engaged in any form of employment, I think the people will not be happy.
Okay, now,
so I think at this point in time, yes, I think at this point in time, they should come up with a way, like we said in the past, that the security agencies should be giving more incentives and then empowered to do their job. Like you saw a viral video recently where they said one soldier was crying that they need equipment and all of that. So if the people who have been mandated to go after this bandit, to go after these people, are saying that we don't have equipment, so how do you fight the situation?
Yeah, but Emeka, it sounds and feels counterproductive because it's like two things contradict each other. So a president can be impeached in the case of a misconduct, or if there is a feeling that that president is incompetent. These are some of the reasons why that motion.
Yes, a president can be impeached if there is a misconduct. I think it's only when there is a misconduct or when you feel that the president is not capable of handling that position.
Exactly.
You call for his impeachment. But at this point in time now, the process of impeaching the president is not that easy. Yeah, it's not something like I want to sack my staff.
I agree. I totally agree. But you see, Sani is saying we cannot do it now because of the problems that we're passing through. And people believe the problems come from the incompetence. So when will be a perfect time to impeach a president?
Yes, I think that is where he's missing it up. For him to say this is not the time because of what is at hand. No, because what is at hand is actually coming from the incompetency of the president. Because if he has been able to fix the insecurity in this country, nobody will be calling for his impeachment. So that is not my own line of thought. What I'm saying at this point is that calling for the impeachment of the president is more a way moving from what we have at hand, because we might not get that as well. Because if the people are saying that we want to impeach, first you notify the president, you write a letter to the president, and that letter must be signed by a member of the House. By, I think, 2/3 of the House will sign that letter and send to the president. The president also has that right of reply to say, okay, I've received your letter and all that. At the expiration of that, we also have 14 days again notice, where you have also the 2/3 of both the Senate and the National Assembly to say, okay, yes, we've actually, can you get that at this point in time? Because there are people, whether you like it, who believe in President Muhammadu Buhari administration. Yeah, so there's no way they can support that call.
No matter how good or bad an administration is, there are people who will be for against that administration.
So for you to get this number, it means you are automatically maybe moving away from what is on ground to something else automatically. So I think let's all join hands at this point in time to fix this situation and then move for that.
So if that's the case, we've never had a Nigerian president impeached, and it means we might never have one impeached.
Yes, the reason
just getting that 2/3 is near impossible.
It's very difficult because of our political system. Where the system, the Senate president is a member of the APC, the Speaker of the House is a member of the APC, and you're moving such motion in the House. If they don't give you audience to speak, do you think you can air out your own opinion in the House? You cannot. Like when this guy tried it, the Kingsley Chinda tried it in the House. You saw what happened, where they said Kingsley Chinda should apologize to the House, should apologize to the president. Some persons in his own party were also saying that he does not have the mandate of the party to speak, of the minorities in the House to speak. And this was the same thing that Kingsley Chinda was fighting for, that the insecurity in this country, the president cannot handle. It is time for the president to stay aside and then let's have the vice or whoever pilot the affairs of this country. But we saw how the House.
Well, that's quite something, Emeka, because again, I don't know. It just begs the question of the power of the legislature. Because again, we can see that party interest
is there.
In some cases, religious and ethnic sentiment also plays.
Yes, this one is from our own ethnic group, this one from our own religion. If it's the South man, will they impeach him? If it's this Northeast, will they impeach, and all of that. So you see that it's very difficult. I think what everybody should be talking about now is how to profile solution to stop this banditry, insurgency, and all of that. Because everywhere in this country, now the Senate, they've already constituted the House of Rep, they've constituted a 40-man committee on that to profile solutions and all of the problem of insecurity in this country. So let's see how it goes.
Emeka, we've had this type of headlines countless times. Declare state of emergency on insecurity, the Security Council meeting. We've had a lot of headlines along, the lines of we are doing something. Something is about to happen. A 7-man committee has been set up. But nothing has really changed.
Okay, at this point in time, when the service chiefs were there, the call was that change the service chiefs, they are not competent, they compromise the system and all of that. Finally, they removed them. They've removed them. Now, why are we still having this insecurity? That is to tell you that there is something amiss that we are not saying. So to me, I think that we should show sincerity of purpose in the fight against insecurity, insurgency, and all of that. Because if you look at these people, some of them are not even well equipped. You are sending somebody to somewhere, the person is not equipped, the person does not even have enough arms, the person does not have what it takes to confront the Boko Haram, what it takes to confront the bandits. So how do you expect that person to function? And sometimes you also post these people based on your own sentiment. Let these people go. These are the people that will be there. These are the people that will not be there.
All right, it's time for you to be a part of the conversation. 0817-923-0002. Do you agree with Senator Sani Musa, the lawmaker representing Niger, is that this is not a good time to impeach the president? We have so many problems in our hands and we cannot be thinking about activating a process like that. I'd like to hear from you. Now, our WhatsApp number is 080-903-06416. You can also send messages at NigeriaInfoPH to Twitter and Facebook. Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is
Ellen.
Go ahead.
Okay. I think what the man is saying is not, for me, I think it doesn't make sense. Because if you check what is happening in the country, you see that the president's leadership, they are having this tribalistic system of running this government. Before I came into this government, it has shown that they are tribalistic leader. And all they have been doing, so even the insecurity, the people have been crying all this while concerning earthquake, killing and all these things. They have never taken any action. Not publicly, they have never seen anybody. I even saw on the street now, somebody that had said they reformed 3 months ago has gone back to the forest again. So what are we trying to say? You are saying that the impeachment of the president is not the matter. Then what is the matter? Who will take the decision if the president is not taking it? Is it me? Is it me that will buy the equipment for the soldiers? Is it me that will tell the soldiers on what to do? When the president came out and cried that them that are fighting the Boko Haram, when they came out of the Boko Haram, those who are the same tribe with the Boko Haram fight them back. It's on the media, it's there. There's a people for it. And the president cannot come out and say, who are those doing this thing? Call them to order. And you are saying that the president should not be impeached. It's not the impeachment that is the matter. It's what?
All right.
Is it when all Nigeria has been killed that it will become the matter?
Thank you very much. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning. What's your name?
Yeah, my name is Thomas.
All right, go ahead.
See, the suggestion is still made. Is that it doesn't make sense anything at all in this country. What we need in this country is proactive measure. If a success of 1 million to 2 and it's confused, it should retire if the government will retire. It should be patient. It will become a hammer is making that to do. The man is not talking. You know, say that there is nothing happening in this country. Everything are dying. You are saying it's not the right time to talk about the patient. If you want the country to think before they take a proactive measure,
all right.
I don't think that is happening in this country.
let me ask you a question. Do you believe? Hello. Can you hear me? Okay, thank you very much, Emeka. Lots of Nigerians are angry. Hello.
Yes. Yeah, Sam. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, Emeka, I greet you.
Thank you.
My name is J.J. and I'm calling you from Port Harcourt.
Go ahead.
You see, people say that if you follow how something is crashing you, you may not know when you enjoy yourself. And according to Plato, he said that the fight among the leaders in a society can consume the society faster than the fight between me and Sam or Emeka. Now, why am I saying this? If you say you want to invent, and the president, don't forget, has overflation everywhere, and those against the Okamenya also come to Abuja. Just imagine how it is. So, as far as I'm concerned, I think we did not tell the lawmakers to just make talk and talk. They should also come up with suggestions on how to cut this whole thing, because this security does not know APC or PDP. Now, let's look at this, Sam. What we say that any state that we hear any kidnapping or gunshot again, they will declare state of emergency like Obasanjo and remove the governor. How will you feel about that one? And again, I remember when Obasanjo declared state of emergency in about 2 states and starting to declare in my own state that during the Warri crisis, that's when Buhari had to move the seat of power to Warri and make sure he cut the crisis because he doesn't want to leave office. So for me, whatever thing we can do to make sure we cut this insecurity, if it is impeaching the president, but my brother, can you stand it at the end of the day? I support it. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, JJ. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Yes, I'm calling from Element.
Go ahead.
I want to add my voice. I want to say that impeaching the president is not the right thing for now.
Okay.
Because the issues bordering on Nigeria is not only that of the presidency. These things have been there before. This kind of product of failed government over the years that we are seeing. And when we are talking about impeaching president, it is not unemployment that is causing all these issues. It's all 90% of this problem is from unemployment. And some of the governors enter their office by sacking over 10,000 workers in their state before they enter their office. And they are not employed a nation that is today. So we will say they should sack those governors. So I really, if we want to talk about sacking or about impeaching, we impeach everybody. Let them give order. Let them reason. I know that if we can employ people, this youth, they make employment. Even at the federal level, the Empire products are engaged. About 500,000 of them. Today they were sent back home to join the kidnappers and the unknown gunmen, or unknown gunmen as they are being called now. So we need to do our work. We need to know that it is unemployment that is causing this challenge we're having.
All right.
We are not sleeping in our houses. So let's do something. Let's think. I know that 90% of this challenge is coming from unemployment.
All right, thank you very much. So unemployment, Emeka, he says, just like
you said, I said it's unemployment because if, for example, you succeeded in impeaching the president and the situation remained the same, nothing improves as in after he has been impeached, do you think the insecurity will stop? It will not. Yeah, so I think what we need to do is that let also the state governors and those in the House of Reps and the Senate, they should also come up with solution on what can be done. Not just saying the president should go, the president should go. If the president leaves office and some other person comes in there, it's okay, the president is working with somebody. Let me also remind you, the vice is working with him. So are you also impeaching the vice if you are impeaching the president? Because if you impeach the president, it's the vice that is going to take over the seat. So why has the vice not come up to say, okay, president, this is what we are going to do, or this is what we can do to solve this problem? Then let him now tell us that I've proffered this solution to the president. He has refused. I've said it to him. He has refused. It doesn't mean that the vice is just there, seated just like that. So if you impeach the president, it's the vice that is going to take over. If you don't address all these issues that is causing this insecurity, you cannot still achieve anything.
Well, neither you nor I can tell whether or not the vice president has recommended, something to the president or the presidency. But
Let him come up to tell us. He's there. Let him come up to tell us that, oh, our profile, he's there. He's representing us there as well now. Is he just there? Let him come up to tell us that. This is what I think. You see a situation where the president will not be in town. What has changed after the president leaves? And it's okay, after the president now comes back, oh, these were the things the vice was doing. Immediately the president came back, this whole thing now changed again.
Coming up to tell us that he did that would be termed with many tags, insubordination, anti-party activity.
Okay, let him not say it, but let him show it with his action. There are times the president hands over power to him to say, okay, like the last time he traveled for 2 weeks. Has there been anything you see that, okay, this thing, when this guy was not around, this was what the vice did?
There were a couple of things that looked like, it brought about some semblance of change. With the DSS thing that Professor Osinbajo did when President Buhari was away for a while, it really does seem like Nigerians are looking forward to, well, a part of Nigerians, the president traveling and Osinbajo doing one or two with the little time he has. But again, Emeka, let's go back to the unemployment, conversation. Now, yes, if more people are engaged, less people would be involved in crime. That's a fact.
Yes.
But first of all, I don't think if we start employing people this morning, crime is going to stop today. It's going to take some time. It's a process. Secondly, there's also the problem of underemployment. Some of these criminals, thanks to...
cannot be employed.
That's the thing. Thanks to the lifestyle they've led, handling guns and being exposed to a certain kind of... Some of them they are unemployable.
Yes.
Because when you've tasted, there's the kind of thing you've tasted, you would not want to do a certain kind of job.
But something led them to that. You understand? Something led them to that. And moreover, when they're already there now doing it, when you stop them from maybe recruiting more persons into their group, at a point they will stop. Because these people who are supposed to join the force with them, they're already engaged.
How long do you think it will take?
To me, just for them to start something. Let's see how long it will take. Nobody can say it's going to take 3 months, it's going to take 2 months. They should start something. Let people see that, yes, this government has changed. They should create industries. In River State now, how many industries do we have? How many persons are employed? In Abia State, how many persons are employed? In Delta State, how many persons are employed? So these are the same people that are grouping themselves to say this is what we are going to do to demand for our rights.
All right, we're still taking your thoughts. The lawmaker representing Niger East says the Senate will not consider any motion seeking to impeach President Buhari. This, he says, is not a good time for that conversation. What do you make of that? Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Good morning, the guest in the studio.
Good morning, sir.
Yes. I will say, since our intelligent guest is saying, what is this?
All right, call back if you can. Good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Morning.
Yeah, for me, even if we want to start the impeachment process, it will not even work in the first place, crisis or no crisis, considering the bottleneck of the impeachment. But as for the security, the point is that people inform the people who have dissected and perused this thing for times long now. The point there are interests, and most especially, okay, let us talk of it. On several occasions, the governor of the state accused or even insinuated that Buhari failed to do what he should do because of his interest. Because we always mention that he's not the president of Fulanis.
right. Thank you very much. After the break, we take more of your thoughts. Don't go anywhere. It's 92.3 Nigeria Info.
Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817-001-8162. That is 0817-001-8162. And let us connect you to your customers.
Welcome back. The words and voice of Sani Musa, lawmaker representing Niger, is stating that we should not be looking at the direction of impeachment right now. We need solutions to our many problems. Emeka Ortuka is still right here with me. Hello, Emeka.
Hi, sir.
All right. So we're going to take calls and messages shortly, but let's also look at the power of the legislature. We've had a couple of governors impeached, not one, not two, about 6 or 7, if I'm not mistaken. Ayo Fayose of Ekiti State, Peter Obi of Anambra, Joshua Darie Plateau, Ladoja of Oyo, Alamese of Bayelsa, Murtala Nyako of Adamawa State, and even in was it the Second Republic? Balarabe Musa of Kaduna was impeached by the NPN, and this is not from this democracy. So this has happened consistently at the state level, but somehow it has never happened at the federal level. Now, of course, impeachment is not the ultimate way to test the power of the legislature. But going by this, would you say that state legislative arms of government are more functional or even more powerful than the federal?
No, not that they are more powerful or more functional than the federal. You look at the composition, the membership of the state legislatures and the membership of the National Assembly.
Yeah.
Now, when they wanted to do that in Rivers State here, I don't know if you could remember, I think in 2013, when they wanted to pitch the then governor of the state, Rotimi Amechi, you saw what happened. There was a bloodbath in the house that day, where one of the lawmakers used the mace to hit the other and all of that, and they couldn't succeed. You understand?
Yeah.
So sometimes they do this thing because of the peculiarity of the house. Some of the memberships are not, if the memberships are not much, and they discover that, sometimes too, they don't do it because of the interest of the people. They do it for their own interest. When they've seen that, yes, what they are getting from the governor is not what they ought to get. They are not doing it, if you check very well, they didn't do it because the governor wasn't doing what he's supposed to do for the people. Maybe it's because of their own interest. Maybe there are things they feel that, yes, this is what we are supposed to be getting, and they are not.
Yeah, but I would disagree with that slightly. The impeachment of Fayose in 2006, I remember vividly, it was around misappropriation of funds. They said he used money for states to go and do poultry or something. And his own friend, I remember, testified against him.
Wait, now let me tell you. Money to go and do poultry. Do you also know that if that money, maybe while taking that money, he has appropriated some to them, do you think they would have come up to say he collected money for poultry and all of that?
If you say it like that, you make it seem like Nigeria is beyond saving.
No. I'm just telling you.
Yeah, well, that's a possibility.
Yes.
It's one of many things that could happen.
So if they impeach a governor to say, okay, yes, this is what the governor is doing, this is what the governor has done and all of that, and they come up to say, and for you to get that number, you understand that these people, they have common interests.
They all agree.
Yes. Because you cannot tell me that almost all of them will say that, the majority of the people will say that, yes, we just want to do this thing because we are there for our people. Considering how our leaders behave in this country.
All right. Those are solid points. What do you make of Musa's position that we should not be thinking in the direction?
To me, I still support Musa's opinion in this matter. Okay. Because what we should be thinking is how to resolve this problem that we have at hand.
Not
impeaching the president. That one is taking us back. The process of impeaching the president, if it's ongoing, what will be the situation of, what will be the fate of Nigerians who are already in the midst of this problem?
Within that time frame. All right, 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003, 0817-923-0007. The female caller line is 0817-923-0009. Please turn off your radio as you call us. Good morning.
Good morning, the very distinguished Arako. How are you doing this morning?
I'm wonderful. How are you doing?
I'm fine. The very distinguished Emeka, I greet you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Distinguished Arako, as far as I'm concerned, in this situation, when we talk about the impeachment or no impeachment, when a man has promised the people, his people are that, I will do this and I will do that and I will do heaven and earth. In fact, I will come to your house, I will use machete and cutlass and stick and guide you. And at the end of the day, that is not coming forth. I think the needful need to be applied with immediate alacrity. Whether we like it or not, even though the president is being impeached now, my brother, heaven will not fall. nothing will happen. But when we call on implementation, when the people suggest tests on the way, going forward in this country, as far as insecurity is concerned, who is to implement it? The same Mr. President is to implement. Then, in as much as I'm concerned, even though those that have come out publicly and those that want to it secretly, to tell him what to do and what not to do, and they look as if nothing seems to be happening. You enter the bus and the driver refuse to take you where you are going to, even though he has collected money at the park. And at the same time, he is telling me, giving you complaint. What does he need to do? He needs to reinforce with immediate effect. In a situation he refuses to reinforce, he needs to step aside for another driver to take us where we are going to. That is what he needs to do. As simple as ABCD, whether we like it or not. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Temple. Good morning.
Hello?
Good morning.
Hello?
Good morning.
Sam, good morning.
Morning.
Oracle, yeah, talking about the impeachment of Mr. President.
Yes, that's our focus for today.
In impeaching the president, what is it of use for? Which just took on the time frame. Which month remain? Which year remain for him to come up for office? You know that the theory of APC is let's give him some time. Let's be giving him some time now until he finishes his tenure. If he impeach him now, what is of relevance to the people? The government has decided not to create a better job to the people, and he's still in the office. They are expecting to impeach him now. Since he entered from his first tenure, he didn't impeach him. The little time that he's remaining, he went to impeach him. Let him stay there.
All right.
Because there is power in the tongue. Sam, there is power in the tongue. A president that has said that if he didn't win, the baboon will be soaked in the blood. And look at the baboon.
All right. Thank you very much for sharing that. Sihana Chogumba from Spain. Well, that's what he claims on WhatsApp. As far as I'm concerned, the government has not done enough to restore sanity, and as such, I strongly believe the president should be impeached. If a CEO is appointed and not delivering, of course, the exit door will be wide open for him. We politicize everything, including warfare, security, etc. Why will someone in his or her right senses say the present government has done well in terms of security? What a pity. Well, connecting to the previous comments. Now, this is not the first time that there's been a call for the impeachment of the president. At different times through this administration, it has always come up. The latest, of course, being December last year when Chinda,
called for his, and it was also on this security matter.
Yeah.
But so you saw what happened at the house there, where everybody, most of the people who are also from the same party were against him.
Yeah, and he was told to apologize also.
So you can see that the issue is not about the people the rep cannot impeach or the National Assembly cannot impeach him. The issue is that will the people be unanimous to say this is what we want?
All right.
What's the problem? Will they be unanimous to say yes, this is what we want? We want to impeach the president. By the time one person raised that, now others will just kick against the person and say no, this is not what we are doing. Before you know it, it will cause crisis in the house.
Boma from Abisa in Akugutoro says impeachment of the president is an option if we were in an ideal society. But in Nigeria, it is impossible because the problem of insecurity is not just the fault of the president alone, but some other top politicians and security personnel. Until everyone is sincere with the fight against insecurity, nothing will change. That's as much as I can take from you, Boma. Your message is a lot. I laugh when the guest said the vice president should come up with recommendations. What made him believe that he will be listened to? Have you forgotten how the same president handed over power to Abakari? That anyone wants to see him should go to Abakari. That's not technically handing over power. All right, the law is sacrosanct. The executive is unable to live up to their duties or contravene sections of the law. Then impeachment would prevail. The level of insecurity in Nigeria is an embarrassment. Our president seems to have lost grip of security. Soki Fobera says on WhatsApp. Let's go over now to Facebook. Goldine, that's a beautiful name, says the president should be impeached. I don't care how, when, or why. And Isaac Mwigwe says the problem of Nigeria is the 1999 Constitution. Godtime Elemoa, why won't the Senate move motion to impeach the president? Is Buhari the president of the whole world, or is it president above the law? The country is on fire, and Senator Musa is telling us Senate will not consider impeaching him. And Fab AGDK says Emeka is not aware of the happenings in Nigeria. We can all remember how the vice president was able to change the narrative each time the president was away in the first tenure until they ganged up and gagged him. Okay. Good morning.
Hello, good morning, my brother in the studio.
Good morning.
My name is Emeka. I'm calling from the town of Port Harcourt.
Go ahead.
I think the impeachment of the president is long overdue. It should have, if it was in other developed countries of the world, it should have taken place before now. One of the responsibilities of the president of a state, or a governor, or a security operative, is to safeguard the lives and the property of the people. So if you fail in that area, it doesn't matter what else you do. You failed in every other area. That is number one. So I think coming out now to call for the impeachment of the president is not a bad thing, because we still have like 3 years ago. You can see the situation is almost coming out. It's almost, the killing is almost happening across the country. Before we are saying it's only in the north, it's only in the north, but now you can see that it isn't getting to us here. So I think to call for the impeachment of the president is not unpatriotic, but it's a patriotic one, and he should resign.
Thank you very much. Okay, he should not wait for impeachment. So comment reads on WhatsApp. He should rather resign honorably. It's not a force to rule a people. He shares the sentiments of the caller. And Sam, Boko Haram bandits and killer herdsmen causing the problems of insecurity are not Nigerians. Oh, really? Nigeria therefore owes them no obligation of employment. The unemployed graduates are neither Boko Haram nor herders. The president has failed in his duty to provide security. He should be impeached, and the vice president officially given the opportunity to solve the problem. This question of Boko Haram are not Nigerians, it's been a back and forth. You know, they are hired mercenaries, tomorrow they are this, they are that. And the idea that we cannot agree what they are or they are not is a problem in itself.
But we have our border, so we don't have security men on the border to check if the influx of people into the country. So if they are not Nigerians, they should tell us.
They should tell us.
Yes.
Okay, well, they're speaking loudly in the language of violence. I agree with the senator that impeachment of the president should not be considered for now. Don Jack from Port Harcourt says. I'll take my final call, and of course, Emeka gives us his final words. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, this is Stephen. We're calling from Buhari.
Go ahead.
Yes. Why do we need to impeach the president when there are ethnic agitation? When there is sabotage in the security system, when IPOC and other groups are agitating for the nation and all that, yeah, in fact, any effort put in impeaching the president will be an effort in futility, because it will not work. Okay. Because when we see what is happening and nobody is talking, now that the whole system has been hijacked, now we are not calling for the impeachment of the president. President resign. Is that I don't subscribe to it.
All right. Thank you very much. And finally, Ruben on WhatsApp says, I think it's time to impeach the president. It's overdue. What good has the government brought to Nigeria, if not hardship and suffering? Final words, Emeka?
Okay, I just want the public to understand my view on this. I'm not saying that it's not good to impeach a president, or it's not possible to impeach a president. But what I'm saying in essence is that at this point in time, what Sani said is right. They are trying to impeach the president now is just like trying to cause more crisis, because I don't think we can get to third of the House accepting to that call. You understand? I don't think we can get to third of the House accepting to that call. Impeaching the president is not something one or two persons will just say they just hit the distance. Okay, we've impeached the president. It's not done so.
Yeah.
So what I think at this point in time is that let there be solution on how we can come out of where we are now.
All right. Thank you very much, Emeka, for your time.
Thank you, Sam.
We truly appreciate it. 11 o'clock brings the news. After that, we're talking about the recommendation for, well, a better Nigeria as given by the religious institutions in Nigeria. Don't go anywhere. Ha has an important message for you.